Hi, my name is Tammy Bryant, and I'm a programming director or activities director. I've been in the senior care industry for approximately 10 years. I've performed various positions while I've been in this industry. Right now, I'm using meditative movements at the end of the day. For quite a few years, I've been looking for a holistic program that I could incorporate easily and be able to share with my team, and one that residents would be able to follow along. I work with people who are living with dementia, and it's very important to have a program that they can understand on their level. One that doesn't cause them to feel overwhelmed, one that is also failure-free, one that they can go on at they could move along at their own pace, and wherever their skill set is, they can join in with us at that point. So as I said, I am using the Meditative Movements program at the end of the day when we're all tired. We're all tired. We've been together all day long. We've experienced so many different things, so many different feelings. And so for me, when I'm facilitating the program, it helps me feel relaxed. I dim the lights in the room, and it looks beautiful in our room. And I explain to them about the Meditative Movements program, and they're listening very intently. And it usually takes maybe about 1 minute for them to really start fully engaging in the program. I have also seen one of our residents who does not hear very well. Many of our residents don't hear well, but one gentleman in particular, he came up to me after my first Meditative Movements program, the first long session that I did. And he said, I don't usually enjoy programs like this. I can't hear very well. But he said, I really liked your program. I really like that. I feel good. And then he patted me on the back and he said, thank you very much. It was very amazing. I had residents that automatically adapted the movement, because a lot of the residents have pain and they didn't stop the movement. And a lot of times that will happen, not in a Meditative Movements program. They feel pain and they just stop. And so what I noticed with one resident in particular who has Parkinson's, she modified the movement on her own, and she tends not to engage a lot unless we put something in her hand. But for this program, the Meditative Movements program, she was very captivated and she was very attentive to the program. She can hear very well, and so she was able to speak the affirmations, and she's able to modify them on her own. And that was very rewarding in and of itself to be able to witness that. And that was at the same session that this gentleman that doesn't hear well at all thanked me for how this program made him feel, and his thankfulness. And I just am amazed at the engagement level in this program. And actually all my residents were engaged. They were all doing the movement. And they were able to speak the affirmations together. It took a couple times for them to connect what we were doing, because there's a lot going on there, speaking, moving, and they were all able to do it. And you don't tend to see that very often with a lot of programs. Sometimes I think we forget that our residents have emotions, and that they feel, and they're connected to the ebb and the flow of the day. We are so caught up with our task, even in the programming department, trying to do this program and that program. And when you start speaking about connection, I think that piques their interest. When you start speaking from the heart, they're able to connect with that. Just because somebody is living with dementia doesn't mean that they don't feel. And I believe that when the facilitator is genuine and really trying to create that connection with them before you start any program, but namely the Meditative Movements program, You draw them in, and now they want to learn more. They want to listen to you, but you're connecting with them, and it helps them to engage. So I think that connection is really important in this program. So I think that's why they do so well with it. It's the connection. I'm just looking forward to, as I was sharing before, learning more movements and trying to figure out how I can incorporate that throughout the day, and to also welcome the care staff and the management staff to join in with us. We are all so connected together, working in a community setting in our residents' home, that this would help other staff that doesn't tend to connect on this way with the residents. So we'll help them connect just as a human being, not as a resident or a staff member, just as a human being. And we're doing this together. We're feeling this together. We're acknowledging our feelings together. So I think it's the perfect program for everybody in a community setting.